Hey everyone, back with another video. Today I want to talk about why social media is ruining you and preventing you from becoming successful. Obviously, we've all heard doom scrolling this, doom scrolling that, and I'm not going to talk about doom scrolling today. What I am going to talk about is the amount of comparison that happens on social media and how unrealistic it is. First of all, comparison between yourself and other people is already a very, very terrible thing. Take that to the next level. Imagine comparing you and somebody who has worked for 5 years and become successful, and you are trying to start your journey of 5 years. So comparing with them is going to be crazy because then you're already 5 years behind and you're thinking, oh, maybe I can get to where they are now. And there's just such a huge gap and it's extremely demotivating. Then consider the fact that on social media, most people never, ever, ever post anything negative about themselves. So now we have a platform that has everything extremely positive, which is completely unrealistic of the real world, causing you to compare your own personal life and how things are going for you, which is definitely not going to be good just in general. Like there is no way it can possibly be as good as social media, people portray their own lives. And so you already have comparison on the level of you don't think your life is good enough. And then as you begin to work towards success, you start to compare with all these people who are at different stages of the journey. A lot of them are at the finish line. Because why? Because that's what goes viral. That's what gets attention. The people who are actually already successful get the most eyes. The people who are in the middle typically don't get that many eyes, to be honest, and the people starting out especially do not get much attention at all either. So if you really think about it, what you're doing when you go on social media and you see other people who are successful, you're comparing yourself with the top 0.0001% of people who have made it, as well as those people who are not trying, those people who have already made it. And you're just seeing their own life as a product of years and years and years and years and years of work, and you're comparing yourself to them, which sounds like the absolute worst thing you could possibly do if you want to become successful and keep your motivation, right? So I think the sooner you realize that, I'm not telling you have to give up social media. The reality is I don't think any of us can. Everybody around here just kind of scrolls sometimes, right? But just realize that when you see stuff, it's probably realistic. Yeah, I'm not saying some of the stuff on social media is not realistic. Maybe it's not, right? But some parts are actually real. It's just that you're comparing yourself with literally the top of the top of the top of the top. And when you haven't even started your journey yet, that's a really just negative thing. You do not want to be comparing yourself with those people, right? Because it's not going to do anything for you. Yeah, sure, if you were learning from them, if they're your mentor, they're not your mentor. All the videos are just them flexing and stuff, right? That's not helping you at all. It's just demoralizing you. Maybe it gives you some motivation because you'll be like, oh, one day I want to be like them. But to be honest, if you know exactly what you need to be doing and you're working and you're just going towards your goal, cut out the social media. Not even just for the time waster, just for the fact of it's going to mess up your mental. It's going to mess up your mindset. And it's going to really discourage you. When you make small amounts of progress and you see someone who has just exponentially more progress than you do, you're going to be like, what? I thought my progress was good. And it's it doesn't even matter anymore. And that's just what's exactly going to lead you to just give up. Give up and stop. And that's how you guarantee that you will never become successful. That's how you guarantee failure. So the more social media you consume, the less you kind of reward yourself for your small wins because you keep comparing them to these huge wins that these other people have. And to be honest, it'd be better for you to be stuck in a room with no internet and you just be able to work without any social media, with no counts, nothing, than it is for you to be here working and trying to balance everything. So all I'm going to say is just be very, very, very careful and very aware. Because social media is an extremely dangerous thing that has arisen, in the past 10 years and it has gotten more and more complicated, more and more complex. There are people who are completely fake on there. There are people who are completely real on there. And there's a lot of people in between. And it's just so hard to tell. And you have literally no way to tell, right? So all I'm really trying to just warn you guys about is focus on yourself. If you focus on yourself and you truly focus on yourself, I'm not saying focus on yourself for a little bit. I'm saying just worry about yourself first. And it will take care of itself. The rest of the stuff, if you focus on growth, just pure growth, the rest of everything else will take care of itself. I guarantee you, okay? So really just turn all that effort that you're using towards social media and worrying about what other people are doing, turn it back on yourself and put it into something productive that's actually going to grow you and improve you. And if you do that, you're going to be in a good place. If you have any questions, put them down below. If not, subscribe and follow for more.